Hi, Peter Charles here of Hooked Fly Fishing, and today we're going to tie a very small pheasant tail using the Crosby hackling method. And I'm a big believer using tiny pheasant tails in August, September, when often the larvae are quite small. Mayfly larvae can be really tiny at that stage of the game. So, you've got, trichos coming off. You've got the young of the year, that will eggs in the spring. Now they're little tiny bugs. So at size 20, size 22 bugs are often the ones that catch the fish. I've caught a lot of trout over the years in that August, September range on sizes 20 to 24. So let's get going and tie this little pheasant tail. The hook I'm using today is a Daiichi 1270 in a size 20. This is same as a Tiemco 200R. My thread is a Veevus 16-aught in that lovely sage olive. Now, I'm going to be using this copper-colored thread that I got out of a discount bin. I don't have copper wire in a small enough gauge to work on a fly this size, so I'm using that thread. Go for it if that's all you've got to work with. And, of course, we're using pheasant tail for the body and the tail, and we're using grouse for the wing. So let's get going. And let's tie on our copper-colored thread. Now for a pheasant tail. Bring your thread forward. Now I'm going to use Hackle pliers for this, but you have to go very gently. These barbs are so easily broken. So when you start, you don't want to put any tension on there at all. I mean, yeah, it's going to get a little bit fiddly at first. Once you got to the thicker part of the barb, you can start adding some tension. If you find it separating, give it a little bit of a twist, and it'll keep the barbs together. Okay, now for our copper-colored thread. And just watch out you don't mess up your tail. In fact, what you can do if you're finding it's messing up, change sides. Bring your thread to the back. Now we tie in our hackle tip. Put it on top. Couple loops over the barbs. Keep it on top. If it twists, make sure you put it back into position. Now start pulling gently. You want it just covering the tail. Now use your fingers to spread it around. A couple of firm wraps. Now take time to put a few wraps in there so this thing doesn't start coming apart on you. And then just use your thumbnails to spread it around, your fingers to spread it around. Let me just go at that with my toothbrush. There we go. We got it almost all the way around. Just a little bit on the bottom didn't get around, and that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that too much. With a little bit more barbs and a little bit more manipulation, we could have got that hackle to go all the way around, but it's pretty close. I'll live with that. I'll finish off the head. there we go. Our Crosby style pheasant tail using a grouse feather and some pheasant tail barbs, in this case three. And I'd use that copper colored thread just to give it a rib. And it holds the pheasant tail barbs in place because they are delicate, they break easy. So you really want a rib with when you're using pheasant tail. So give it a try. I think, late summer, early fall, I think patterns this size are just the ticket. So there's our little pheasant tail. Cheers.